There's a little dust, but it's not covered my arm and the right side of my face like normal. Unbelievable. No burnt end, no splintering, cut through. It is only 1/2 inch oak, but that's pretty amazing. Just to answer one of the, first of all, this thing does slide amazing. I mean, it feels like some commercial grade cabinet panel saw, whatever you'd see in a $1 million shop. But some European guy I've seen, he has a little basement shop. Nice guy, I'm not saying nothing, but he voiced a concern about how this doesn't feel FESTOOL quality. And at first I kind of got it, but man, when you close this button that locks it, it's not going anywhere. And I checked it. I mean, it is perfect. It really snugs up. So I think they did that to make it easier on the user. I like it. So if that's a concern that you saw from watching other YouTube stuff, don't worry about it. So let's see here. We get this thing back. Click this button, locks that in. Do our first rip cut. Wait on the vacuum to turn on and see how she does. And I'll also use this. Never really had a push stick before, so we're trying to be smart and safe like the Germans. We'll see how this thing works. So. It just feels so solid. It's unbelievable how efficient and well engineered this thing feels. And there is a little bit of fine sawdust picking up right now, but it's I've never had a cleaner table saw experience before. And there's been plenty of times I wish I had a riving knife, especially on a bigger saw, but these little ones are also sometimes where you take it for granted, so it's definitely a nice safety feature. So the first thing goes right where you think it should. First rip cuts, I don't know if I did it properly or not. There's a little bit of burning. I don't know, it's going kind of slow, but it cut like butter and felt amazing. Just super impressive. So we're still going to be at 0. Lock that in. Like this as close as I can, but not in any danger of pulling a Chris Seibert and chewing up the fence. Alright, so now we've got it about where we want it. We'll lock that thing in. That will get us plenty of cut there. The fun part is now I need to get it to a 45. Anyone that's done picture frames or small molding on walls, even if your saw is really nice and you take really good care of it, your miter and stuff, typically by the time you get to the 4th joint, it needs a little love one way or the other. And a good carpenter can expect and manage that. It's not a problem. But if you can save time by having this digital do it for you, I used to think that took the craft out of it, but now I think it gets me home before midnight and a little less stress and wear and tear on the body. So we'll see how this thing works. Alright, the first miters came out pretty perfectly clean, easy to cut, no burning. I'm sure somebody will make a positive stop that will be out there on the market sooner or later, but until then I went old school and just drew a picture on the or a little stop mark on the fence. So we'll see how they end up lining up. Alright, so the amazing thing so far, somebody more talented than me could probably do this quicker on a miter box, but I always have to make adjustments. I don't know if you can see it very well, but this is first try, kind of just eyeballing. I used, without a positive stop, I just used that as a reference. These miters are just about perfectly tight. By the time I glue them, clamp them, do a little light hand work on it to clean them up, that's about as good as it gets. And I did that in, I don't know, 5 minutes on a brand new saw that I'm still figuring out. Pretty amazing. So far the only 3 concerns I have, battery, is already low and it was fully charged. I mean, I made a little box. I don't think on a job site, if you're really fitting, as they call it over there, I don't think this thing's last until lunch when you can charge it or swap out batteries, but we'll see. I'll have it on the job sites this week, and I'll keep that updated. The fence, if you need, 1/10 of a millimeter adjustment on that, this thing is not equal as far as adjustability. It's kind of janky. Once you get it set, it's solid. I mean, it's a great fence, but as far as adjustability, if we're talking micro adjusting, the rack and pinion DeWalt style is still a lot better in my eyes. And also why that bevels towards your cut, I don't know, unless there's a way to digitally change that. I'd love it if it beveled both ways, but if it only bevels this way, that's stupid. So those are my 3 concerns, and I will check in after a week or 2 of use.